Hello, YouTube, all my subscribers. Thank you, everyone, for subscribing. And do remember to give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. We want to do a little radio net tonight. We did one, I think, last Tuesday, maybe. But anyway, we want to do another one. We have one coming up here in just a minute or less. And we want to utilize the McMinn County's 146-820 repeater if nobody is using it at the time when we start here at the top of the hour at 7 o'clock. So anyway, hopefully you'll stay with us. And what we're going to do, we're going to just see who's on the radio randomly, and we'll have some people listening. Hopefully they'll be taking notes, and just like a listening post would in a case where you need to listen and not transmit. So we do have people out there that have the radio capacity to do that. So here we go. We're going to start the net here. Let's see if anybody's on the repeater using it. I haven't heard anyone in the past few minutes, but we will do the courtesy of calling. This is Kilo Delta 4 Sierra Tango Tango in Etowah, Tennessee. Anybody using this frequency at the moment? We'll give them just a few seconds here or a minute to respond. If we don't hear anyone, then we'll go back and start the informal net. All right, hearing nothing, this is KD4STT. Again, we appreciate the McMinn County Amateur Radio Club for maintaining and keeping this repeater on the air. And also want to thank Charlie Satterfield for his repeater. This is a very good repeater. It's been doing a great job here on Starr Mountain here in McMinn County, Tennessee for, I can't remember. Somebody on here can remind me how long it's been up on the mountain. They moved it from up in Monroe County up on actually on a higher elevation, and they brought it down here, and it really gave us access to it because going up over the mountain, sometimes it can be a struggle from down here next in the valley. But here we have great access to it. Let me let it break. If we don't let the radio break, it'll overtime and the repeater will kick out. It did it on one of my other videos. This is KD4STT doing a informal net here. Just want to see who all is on here and see if we get some people to acknowledge that we are on the air and that you're hearing us. If you can, if you're a licensed ham radio operator, we ask you to come back to us, talk to us, give us a little information about where you're at and your radio station. That'd be a good start. And we have people out there listening that would like to hear, and hopefully we'll encourage some people to go ahead and get their ham license and upgrade. So again, KD4STT, standing by for anybody who want to check in.
Thomas, this is KM4SLI, Jim in Athens.
All right, Jim, got you into the repeater real good. Thank you for coming in here and joining us. Hopefully we'll get you and others to be frequent in here. That'd be great. And hopefully maybe we can get to talk to some of the folks over at the Athens or McMinn County Amateur Radio Club and see if we can get something started on another night where they're not on. Jim, what kind of radio and antenna are you using right now?
I have mobile that I'm using at the base station at Yesu 400.
All right. You got a base antenna hooked up to it, evidently?
it actually got.
Say again, that type of antenna, what is it, a mobile?
No, it's taller than a mobile. I had to buy it, but I don't know the model right now.
Okay. Well, it's sounding good. It's getting into the repeater really good. No problem there. Okay, and you're located somewhere between Inglewood and Athens. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right. Thanks again. Let me jump back here, Jim. Don't go nowhere. We'll go here for a few more minutes, but we want to see if there's any other people that might like to check in. This is KD4FTT Thomas in Etowah on the 146-820 repeater. Anyone like to check in, please call.
Back control, please check in Kilo 4 Bravo India Zulu.
Well, thank you very much. Now, is this Bobby?
No, this is Ted. I'm traveling down here to work in Etowah, actually. I check in sometimes, but it's probably been a few months since the last time.
Okay. Well, Ted, thank you for checking in. We just did this informal. We're just getting together with just a handful of people, and we're very glad you checked in with us tonight. We're trying to get other folks interested in the ham radio and different communication methods and modes. And we have actually just started this one here on the Starr Mountain. We just did this informal net here a couple of weeks and enjoyed it. Hopefully I can get over and catch the Simplex 146490. I think it starts at 8 o'clock if I'm not mistaken.
That'd be good. Like I say, I may have checked on them and thought it was this one, but I try to hit all the repeaters when I'm down here, and I'm down here about every other week.
Well, what kind of rig you got in your truck? It is loud into the repeater.
Okay, this is my service truck, my company truck, and I've got a Yazoo FT 2980 going into a little cheap antenna. It's MFJ, I believe 1420 or 1418, something like that.
Oh, wow. Well, man, that thing is doing you a good job. And I think I've got or had one of those 28 Yazus, and a lightning hit my house and destroyed a diode in it. I'm going to have to get someone that knows what they're doing to try to replace that. That thing was like 70 watts. It was very powerful, at least 65.
The 2900 version was 70 to 75 watts, and this is the 2980 version. It's 80 watts, actually.
Wow. Well, that thing's doing you a great job. Well, okay. Where'd you drive from?
I live in Johnson City, and my home base where I work out of is Kingsport. But about once a week or once every other week, I come down to Maryville and Etowah and take care of a couple of plants we got down here.
All right, that's great, man. It's good to have got to talk with you, and we'll definitely be trying to get on here. I'm going to talk to the club and see maybe if we could start a regular little net here. Like I say, this was just an informal thing just to see who all we could talk to and garner some interest in ham radio among some of our people. We have a group called the Order of the Patriots that we work with, and they're a great group. We go through reorganizations from time to time as we're trying to get quality people in position to be assistance to the community. So, yeah, thanks, Ted, for checking in, and we'll kind of remember you're coming in. How long do you stay in when you come down to work? It just depend on what you're doing.
Yeah, it depends on what the job is. Sometimes 1 day, sometimes 3 days. It varies every week. Really do appreciate you picking me up. And I'm to say 73 to everybody that's in there. I'm gonna sit back here and listen.
Okay, all right. Well, let's see if there's anyone else in here. Thanks again. This is KD4STT on the Starr Mountain 146 820 repeater. Is anybody out there? Please call now.
KN4WSN, Kilo November 4, Whiskey, Foxtrot November. Steve in Crossville, Tennessee.
Well, thank you, Steve. You're sounding good coming from Crossville, into the repeater, full quieting, sounding good. What kind of rig you got up there you're talking to us on?
The same as the other gentleman, I believe, the Yaesu meant to be a portable FTM 400, and I'm using the Diamond X700 HNA antenna.
Roger that. Copy that. Man, and that thing is sounding good too. No problem at all. Are you right downtown Crossville or just nearby, or where you at there?
I'm probably 7 road miles south in a community called Lake Tansy.
Okay, yeah, I kind of know that area there. I lived south of Crossville for a little bit. Can't remember the community down there, but it's before you get down to the what is that, 101 or 102, whatever. But anyway, I live about halfway between Crossville and down there, near where the prison is.
I'm about 5 miles due west of Inchmount.
Okay, okay. Well, man, you're sounding good, Steve. Thank you for coming back to us. I'm gonna break away and see if there's anyone else out there. If you want to hang around and listen or whatever, or if you got anything you'd like to add to some of our conversation here, you're welcome to do it. We're going to speak a little bit about the terror threat in our area and see if anybody has any response to that. But anyway, thanks, Steve. KD4STT. I'll be standing by on yours.
Well, thank you, KN4WSN. I just saw the activity on the scope. I have a couple of local heads, and I check in on them. But I'll try and eavesdrop on you. KN4WSN 73.
All right, buddy. Thank you a lot, Steve. You have a good evening. If we don't get to talk to you again, 73. KD4STT on the Starr Mountain Repeater, 146 820. Anybody else like to check in with us? All right, nothing heard. Let me try it one more time. Anyone else would like to check in into this informal net? This is KD4STT having fun on the Starr Mountain Repeater. Okay, nothing heard. I did, like I told Steve, I want to mention about the terrorist threat. From what I'm seeing is the United States here is in about the color code orange, which is a high risk for terrorist threat. So we've got a lot of things going on around the world. We've got military bases under attack by some of the Hezbollah and other organizations that are that have already attacked Israel, and they are just waiting and chomping at the bit for any excuse to do their jihad globally. But anyway, we have experienced for several months now, if not even a year or two, different things happening. All right, there again was an example of me overtiming. Okay, I made the mistake of talking too long. So anyway, anybody got any information, any intel you want to share as far as the terrorist threat and things like that going on?
Yes, Jim, KN4SLI. You mentioned, that some of our military bases in the Middle East have been hit, and I guess 12 servicemen were injured, and Secretary Blinken spoke at the UN and said that U.S. may have to take some action because of this against Iran.
That's right. And I know there's pros and cons to all this stuff, and I know all about the war on Iran because of our petrodollar here and the BRICS, the new economy that's coming out by the Eastern Bloc of nations. So I know there's a lot of to this and a lot of things in play. But yeah, when American bases are being attacked overseas, to me, it's the United States being attacked. We do need to do something about it. I'm not the one in position to make that call, but yeah, we definitely need to be vigilant here at home. Let me drop it. We definitely need to step up our game. It's like out in the rural area here. Yeah, it's true. We're not at the high risk that these cities are, because most of the time, I'm not saying it's the rule, but most of the time, wherever they can get the biggest publicity, and usually that's in the major city, that's where the attacks will be. But like I say, we've been having our grain production places supposedly explode without any good reason and different things. And so I'm just a suspect. I'd rather be vigilant and be a little, well, I can't think of the word, but I'd rather have my head on a swivel. Over. Back to you, Jim.
Yes, I agree. The big cities are probably more of a target, and low voltage. I did have some politicians say that there may be sleeper cells of terrorists in the U.S. that have come across low voltage, and that's a concern.
Yeah. We got a radio on low voltage.
Low voltage.
I'm going to change it right now. This is one of those things when you got a lot of irons in the fire, you can't do everything. So, so again, but this is the way it's going to be in real time. I'm going to have to get on here real quick.
Channel mode.
All right, Jim, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear over.
All right. My other radio had a battery failure, and so anyway, I had to jump on another radio here. Had to change my coax. Yeah, I tell you, it's time people be vigilant, even in small areas. Who knows? I mean, after seeing what they did over in Israel, coming in on them gliders and whatever they call them things. But who knows what these people are capable of doing? It's anything. They're very, very mentally disturbed. All right, let me see if there's anybody else like to check in before we close the net back out. KD4STT with an informal net here. Anybody out there would like to check in and say hello? We're on the 146820 Starr Mountain Repeater. Hello, I think you said Howard in Ringo, Georgia. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Well, Howard, your station is sounding good into the repeater up here in McMinn County. What kind of radio rig you got there, your station?
FT991A.
Now, is that a HT or a mobile?
Well, it can work for a base, but you can't make it mobile.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm not familiar with all the different radios that are coming out now. They've outran me. I know that. They outran my pocketbook a long time ago. But Howard, thank you very much for checking in. What about your antenna system? What are you talking on?
I have a Cushcraft directional antenna.
Yeah, I kind of thought you had a Yagi or something, and man, you're just full of quieting. Your audio's good. I can tell you've got you're quiet spoken, but yet your audio is just crystal clear into the repeater, sounding real good. Okay, well, thank you very much for checking in. Is everything okay down in y'all's neck of the woods?
Yes, it's been pretty quiet down here, but being this close to Chattanooga, we do have some problems in the outlying areas.
Right. A lot. I guess it's drugs, burglary, and all that.
It's mostly car theft.
A lot of car theft, huh? Okay. All right. Well, that's bad enough. I'll tell you, crime is, the justice system has really let us all down. We got great police officers and people out there trying to put people away, and it seemed like it's just a revolving door. Yeah, I've heard it from the horse's mouth, so to speak. It just ain't right. Things aren't right there. But nevertheless, we're going to press on. We're going to try to be good neighbors and good people, and try to do what's right in a world that's full of chaos and full of hatred and all that. We want to try to follow the golden rule and love our Creator and love our neighbors and take care of one another. And that's what we're doing here, even on the radio. We try to make everything we do be to the glory of the Creator. So that's kind of our position anyway. Well, I hope you join us next Tuesday when we get on here, unless somebody's using it, because this ain't an official net. This is just a inopportune time to get on and
Transmit overtime.
Well, I did it again, transmitted overtime. Well, Howard, thank you very much for checking in. Is there anything you'd like to add to our conversation about the terror alerts and all that going on? All right. Yes, Howard. And again, I encourage you to try to check in with us next Tuesday, see if we're here. And eventually, we hope to get a regular time set up for a net. I like this time here at 7, but we don't know what the club's got in mind, what they're wanting to do. So anyway, I'm just borrowing it. Have a good day, Howard. KD4STT in Etowah. All right. Any more check-ins? Like to check in before we close the net out? All right. Nothing heard. Anybody at all? Okay. We're going to check our Telegram. The Order of the Patriots have a Telegram channel, and so we're going to check that out here after we close out the net and close our video off. We're doing a YouTube video as well. And Howard, if you're still on there, I need to ask you if you don't mind if I use your transmission for the YouTube channel. All right, thank you, Howard. God bless you, brother. Talk to you later. This is KD4 STT closing out this informal net on the Starr Mountain 146-820 repeater. And again, I want to invite you to those that are in the area, McMinn area, the 146-490 simplex net will come on, I think, at 8 o'clock. Talk to y'all later. KD4 STT. Thank you all. All right, we'll close the net out, and we are good to go. And again, thanks to everybody for listening in. Join us again as we do more YouTube videos concerning communications and things like this. And until then, may God bless you, and may God help us all. Thank you.